Hey Arrow fans, this is Mel again, and I'm here to talk about episode 321 titled Sah-Him that aired April 29, 2015. It seems like a lot happened in the aftermath of Oliver's surrender to the League of Assassins. But first off, did you guys notice the monologue change at the beginning before the whole previously on Arrow segment? Instead of Oliver talking about his 5 years on the island that led him to become the Arrow, it talks about his 3 years of the Arrow coming to an end as he sacrificed his name for the sake of saving his sister. I wasn't expecting such an intro change with it being so close to the end of the season, but yet it makes sense why the change happened. Throughout the episode, we see Oliver undergoing his transformation into Sah-Him, which is essentially Oliver training with weapons and then training his mind until he is no longer Oliver Queen, but only Sah-Him. Through this transformation, he's tasked to take out the one that rivals him for the heir to the demon title, which is Nissa. He's sent to bring Nissa home, where she will face punishment for betraying the League of Assassins. While trying to retrieve Nissa, Oliver has to encounter his former teammates. Eventually, he succeeds in his mission and takes Nissa back to Nanda Parbat, only to be told that he is to marry her after he successfully completes Raz's test in regards to Oliver's ability to kill Nissa or not. His lack of hesitation was how he succeeded, since Raz wasn't able to kill his opponent Damien Dark when it came for him to kill the one who rivaled him as the heir to the demon. The betrothal news was an unexpected twist. I didn't even see that coming. That it wasn't even on my radar, so it was a great plot twist. And I think seeing Oliver like this makes him my favorite part of the episode, because as a viewer, it's fantastic to see a different side to a character, to see them do something we've never seen them do before, and yet it's heartbreaking to see him so off the beaten path and away from those he loves. It'll be interesting to see how Oliver comes back from this transformation. No, the reason why the new League betrothal was such a surprise is because the whole episode gave off the vibe that Nissa was going to die. She was accepting of her fate, about Oliver coming after her. She was reminiscing about the last few weeks of happiness she shared with Laurel. She was thinking of Sarah and how she brought a light into her dark life, a life where she feared her own father. She even thought that she didn't deserve happiness because of the life she led in the League. So throughout the whole episode, I was preparing myself for Nissa to die. If not by Oliver's hands, I thought by her own father, because it seemed like he'd picked the title over his own blood in this situation. So to see Nissa not only survive, but be told she was going to be the bride to the demon, that was shocking. And it must be horrifying for her. And moving on, one thing I'm very happy about is that we got to learn how the flashbacks tied into the present day storyline. It turns out that Ra's al Ghul wants Oliver to unleash the Alpha Omega bioweapon, which Nissa had stolen from him, onto Starling City as his final test for the League. Raish had to eliminate the people from his village before he could take the leadership title, so Oliver has to do the same. So by doing this, Oliver would permanently sever all ties he had to his former life as Oliver Queen. It's very drastic, but it's unclear as to how Raz got his hands on the bioweapon to begin with. It's like the Mirakuru reappearing all over again for Oliver. Unfortunately, the flashbacks show Akio getting infected by the bioweapon. At least I'm assuming he did, since he starts bleeding from the mouth at the last flashback segment that we see. Another of my favorite moments in this episode has to be what I like to call Dinner with the Diggles. It starts off with Felicity feeding baby Sarah with Thea's help as Lila prepares dinner. Diggle then joins the ladies after performing recon on one of Felicity's intel searches. Something about a weapons trade. I wasn't really focused on that. I was focused on the dinner part. So future plans for the team are brought up, including Diggle's need for an identity concealer, as Felicity calls it, to them remembering about Oliver even though he's not with them. I truly love the family dynamic we get to see in this scene, and I truly wish that Oliver and Roy were at that table with them. It would have been like a true family dinner for them if they were. And then Felicity and Thea were another surprising dynamic this episode, but I only mention it now because Thea confessed that she had no idea that Olicity loved each other. And it was interesting to see how Felicity cares for Thea because she knows that's what Oliver would have wanted. And then Thea just wants to fight back and be more involved, especially when Oliver is concerned. So it's kind of button heads on a few things, and yet they're still supporting each other in a way. So once again, the fight scenes were impressive. The one-on-one fight between Oliver and Nisa, and the all-out fight scene at the warehouse for the prisoner swap. The choreography was just simply fantastic. And then that brief face-off between the queens before he walks off, it had chills going down my spine, because the way she told him to back off, or the way he glared at her like he did, just wow. What a difference from last episode when they hugged each other goodbye. Just wow. And I just wanted to say, there is this one moment that I did not like in the episode, and it's Black Canary. While it was great to see Cisco's Canary cry device being used in the field, or to see Laurel stand up for Nisa and just have them hanging out being normal, it just wasn't enough for me. Because of this part right here. At the beginning of the episode, we see her fighting a street mugger and failing at it, because Nisa has to come and rescue her. And then later on, we see her take on 2 assassins from the League and holding her own against them. That isn't consistent with their training. If anything, that should be reversed. Laurel should have been able to kick that mugger's butt and then get her butt beaten on by those League assassins. However, during that milkshake scene, when Laurel uses the ketchup like shit, I immediately thought back to when Katie Cassidy played Ruby on Supernatural, because in episode 302, Ruby showed her love of ketchup by squirting a lot of it onto a plate. And I just can't help but think of the demon when Laurel practically recreated that scene. So that's all I'm going to say about the episode. Let's move on to predictions. In regards to episode 322, titled This Is Your Sword, the synopsis is as follows. Oliver, Sah-Him, finishes his training and is left with 2 final tasks to become the next Ra's al Ghul. Ra's threatens Nisa and delivers some shocking news. Meanwhile, Malcolm makes a surprising offer to Team Arrow, and Thea goes to see Roy. With that said, my prediction will be Thea seeing Roy, obviously, but before reading that synopsis, we already get a hint that she's going to do that, because in this episode, Felicity tells Thea that Roy is alive and where to find him. And based off the synopsis, I believe the shocking news that Ra's tells Nisa, I thought that would have been the betrothal that we were told tonight, but if he has something else to tell her, then I have no clue what could top that wedding announcement. I'm afraid to even know, really. And then when it comes to Oliver's 2 final tasks become the next Ra's, well, one of them could be the release of the Alpha Omega bioweapon, but I don't know what the second would be. I really hope it's not killing Felicity. As for predictions for the remainder of the season, I would believe the focus is leading up to whether Oliver takes the role as the next Ra's. Like the finale, we will see if Oliver truly goes through with it or not. If he takes the throne, if you will. I truly hope Oliver snaps out of it, and then I hope he kills Ra's or before he snaps out of it, if anything. I hope but I don't think Ra's will live to see next season. I don't think he will. And I kind of hope he doesn't either, because of all the trouble he's caused Oliver. Anyways, and I also hope that we get Olicity again before the season ends. So that's all I have to say for this video. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like this, subscribe to my channel, watch my other videos, and don't be afraid to leave a comment below about what you liked about the episode, what you didn't like, or what you predict to come in the final episodes. I'd love to hear it. Comments about what you want to see in these videos are welcome too. Thanks again for watching, and until next time, enjoy the rest of your day. Bye, guys.